What's going on, guys? I'm going to run through a 2023 NFL mock draft updated with the free agency news, with a Deandre Hopkins trade, Aaron Rodgers trade, Austin Ekeler trade. All right. That being said, I don't want to waste your guys' time. Let's jump into this one. The first two picks are very easy for me, I'm going to say. All right, number one, we got C.J. Stroud going to the Panthers. I easily see them trading up here, taking them. They already traded up. I think this is the reason they traded up. C.J. Stroud has got everything. The reason they're taking him over Bryce Young, we'll pull up the metrics here real quick. 6'3", 215. The dude is everything you want out of a QB. The only thing he has an issue with is under pressure. Okay, I know you guys got rid of DJ Moore. That's what you had to do to get up to the number one spot from 9. Honestly, I don't really think this is a bad move for your franchise. This is how you rebuild. This is how you do it. You guys still got people young. You got Horn. You got Brown on that line. This is good. This is a great start. C.J. Stroud goes 1. Bryce Young goes 2. Why do the Panthers like Stroud over Young? This is really the only reason. I'm going to sit here and say Young as of right now, heading into this draft, and I don't think this changes at all, is the better QB in the aspect of throwing, instincts, being able to read a defense. The only thing that's in question here is his 6-foot height. It came into the combine, I want to say, at like 204 or 208. He doesn't play at that weight. Like, let's be honest, guys. He does not play at that weight. So I think the Panthers jump to 1 to take C.J. Stroud. Bryce Young goes number 2 to the Texans. I'm sorry. The Texans actually going to have a pretty good offense. You guys have a pretty good offense. Defense is pretty good too. And you got another pick here at 12. What we do with it, we'll see. So, that being said, now you got the Cardinals on the clock. This is tough. Do you, as a Cardinals fan, trade this pick, or do you chill? All right? Because for the Cardinals, what they've done this offseason, you got rid of Robbie Anderson, also known as Chosen Anderson now. Whatever. We're not going to get into that. You guys got Kaiser White, formerly of the Eagles and the Chargers. I like him. He's pretty good. You got your kicker back. That's whatever. You got Corey Clement, Will Hernandez. You got another tackle. You released an edge. Let's be honest. J.J. Watt's gone. I just think you're going to sit here at 3 and you're going to take Will Anderson. Arguably the best player in the draft. Coming here at 3, an absolute unit, big boy. He's going to dominate that defensive line for a while. I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to come in and be an immediate replacement to J.J. Watt, because that's just unrealistic. But you can't go wrong with Will Anderson here. Now you got Indy on the clock. This is interesting. This is very interesting. They're going QB. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to give them Will Levis. The reason I'm not going Anthony Richardson is, honestly, their offense is pretty good, and I don't know if they are willing to take the risk of Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson is an athletic freak. QB, work of art. If you work him out and he's good, you will strike gold with Anthony Richardson. But with the way their offense is right now, you got Pittman, you got Pierce, you got Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. The line's not too bad. You got to go Will Levis. Only thing bad about this kid, he can improve on consistent footwork. He's got a hell of an arm, great size, decision making. That's really about it. That's all this kid can improve on. Decision making and just better technique, consistent technique. So you come in here with Seattle at 5. All right. So with Seattle at 5, what'd you guys do this offseason? Big move. You re-signed Geno, 3 years, $75 million. You released your guard. You got a tackle, and you released a tackle, so you replaced that. All right? You got interior offensive line. You got Drew Lock as well. All right, you got Drew Lock on a 1-year, $4 million deal. And you guys signed Julian Love as a safety. That tells me I'm going to do something different here. I'm going to give you guys Tyree Wilson. Tyree Wilson's going to Seattle. It's not really that different, I got to be honest. I just think after Jalen Carter's pro day and everything that's obviously been going on with him, he's going to fall. So, big fan of Tyree Wilson. I honestly keep saying, don't be shocked if this kid's the best edge rusher out of this class. 6'6", 275. He needs a consistent technique, but everything else is there. Everything else is wild. Wingspan is 7'2". Crazy frame. And he's got a nice fast twitch. I love this kid. You know what you're getting in Will Anderson. You know what you're getting in Myles Murphy. You know what you're getting in Jalen Carter. Seattle fans, if Tyree Wilson goes here at 5, he's worth it. Just know he is worth it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? Now we're coming here with Detroit on the clock. What did Detroit do in free agency? I'm trying to find it. Give me a sec. I keep looking over here because I have another screen. I'm just reading off some free agency moves. So, Detroit. Resigned defensive interior. Got Craig Reynolds. You guys lost Jamal Williams. I did not expect that. I didn't expect that at all. One of the big signings for you guys that I really, really loved was a 3-year deal with David Montgomery for $18 million. I think him and Swift together is going to be pretty good. I don't know what or how long Swift's going to be on that team, but that's a good signing. I would have enjoyed and I would have loved to see Jamal Williams back in that locker room. I'm a big Jamal Williams guy. Okay? Huge Jamal Williams guy. He is and was everything to that locker room. Not taking a running back here at 6, but I have to disclose. Love Jamal Williams. I really wish he stayed. So, with that being said, at 6, you guys are taking Christian Gonzalez. My CB1 in the draft. It's been this way for the entire time. Hasn't changed at all. 6'2", 201. Ran a 4.38, 41.5-inch vert, 11.1 broad. I mean, kid's everything you need in a corner. He is going to be disgusting. He is going to be disgusting. And let's be honest. These corners are, it's a deep corner draft. But he's it. Man, he is it at 6. I love him. I love Joey Porter. I love Cam Smith, Devon Witherspoon. Those 4 are really, there's something. There's something special. If your team gets any of those 4, you should just be happy. You really should. Now we're moving on to the Las Vegas Raiders. Big news coming out of them. They got rid of Darren Waller to the Giants. Okay? They got rid of Darren Waller to the Giants for a 3rd-round pick. I honestly didn't really expect it. After reading into it, it kind of makes sense. It's kind of a salary dump. The guy's not always healthy. Better for the Giants. Better side for the Giants. I'm going to say that. But I get it. So, now we got the Raiders on the clock. I have some trouble here. Okay, you guys got Jimmy Garoppolo. You signed him to a pretty nice deal, to be honest. CJ Stroud's not going to be here. Levis is not going to be here. So, I can go one of 2 ways here. I either can draft an offensive lineman to help this team, or I can go, which I think could happen here. But it's hard because you guys re-signed Jimmy G to like a 3-year deal. So I'm really thinking about Anthony Richardson here, but then it's like, are the Raiders in a win now? Their offense is, but they need now, you need a little bit better tight end, and you need an offensive line. Defense, I'm going to say their defense is a little sus. Defense is a little suspect. With that being said, I personally think the smart move by the Raiders at this point, Anthony Richardson's going to go here at 7. I don't want you Raiders fans freaking out on me. He's going to sit behind Garoppolo for a year or two. Let him learn his techniques. Let him learn how to be a true QB. And then you're going to see an absolute stud. Some people compare this kid to Josh Allen with his athletic ability. And, man, you're going to hope that comes out. So, now you're going to sit here with the Falcons on the clock. Okay? I have the Falcons going. Myles Murphy. A lot of previous mock drafts, I had Tyree Wilson here. I just think Tyree Wilson's higher, especially with the Jalen Carter news. And, yeah. I mean, Atlanta, they honestly had a pretty good free agency, too. Like, to take a look at that for a sec, they re-signed Lorenzo Carter. They got Jonnu Smith in a trade where they pretty much gave up nothing. They got Jesse Bates, which was the big one. 4-year, $64 million. All right, to be their safety, Jesse Bates is a monster at the safety position. They didn't resign. They got Taylor Heineke on a 2-year deal. That's the reason why I didn't really think about taking a QB here. And let's be honest, the QBs next year are loaded. QB next year is absolutely loaded. And we gotta give some recognition when recognition is due, man. You guys resigned your punter. Okay? Guys resigned your punter. Gotta give some respect to the positions that people don't really mention often. Now we're sitting here. Now you got Chicago on the clock. They traded back. Okay? You got Chicago at 9. What do they do? What did they do in free agency? You ready? They got DJ Moore in this trade. You got linebacker TJ Edwards. You got guard Nate Davis. You got another linebacker in Tremaine Edmonds. You got a D tackle. You got running back Travis Homer. You got running back Dante Foreman. You got PJ Walker, who I love, XFL star. All right, if you don't respect PJ Walker, get on out of here. All right, you got Robert Tonyan. So what do we do here? Why not best available? At this point, why not best available? I get it. You're sitting here at 9. I like it. Jalen Carter is going to go here at 9. I don't necessarily have him falling out of the top 10 yet. He could fall farther. It's hard for me. I don't know. It just makes a lot of sense. It really makes a lot of sense to me. I get all the news and the pro day and all that crap didn't look good. The value is at 9 for the Bears, and it's a hell of a start to a franchise. It really is. It's a hell of a start. You don't need QB. You got Fields. You got more in a trade. Now you got a nice receivers. You got Claypool out there. Let's focus on that defense. You guys did pretty well with your free agency. So, that being said, we are going to move on to the Eagles. All right. You guys re-signed Brandon Graham. You released your center. Doesn't matter. Kelsey came back. You released your backup center. You got Rashad Penny, who I honestly thought was a really Really good deal. When he's healthy, he's a dog. 1 year, around 1.4 mil. That's a hell of a signing. You guys lost Miles Sanders, but let's be honest, you're probably going to do running back by committee. I love that. All right, you re-signed James Bradbury. You extended Darius Slay. I'm going to say extended. You re-signed Boston Scott. You re-signed Fletcher Cox. You got Greedy Williams. And you got your backup QB in Marcus Mariota. You got rid of Minshew. You got Mariota. Come on. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's not the QB that Jalen Hurts is, but similar play style. I kind of like it. I like that move a lot. I love the Marcus Mariota backup signing. That being said, I don't think we're where we are on defense yet. So we're going to get the most versatile defensive player in this draft when it comes to secondary. We're going to do Brian Branch at 10. All right? Don't be shocked. Do not be shocked if there's a trade at this position at this point in the draft at 10, depending on who's on the board. Brian Branch is going here because he's going to play all over that defense. Could play slot corner, could play outside, over the top safety, down in the box. Whatever you need this kid to do, he'll do it. Look, please take a second and read that bottom line. He has 4 missed tackles in his career. That's impressive. All right. He ran a 4.58, but he plays faster than that. His football IQ is off the charts. And that's going to be a hell of a weapon for the Eagles fans. Hell of a weapon. Love this kid down in Philly. This is easy. This one's very easy to me too. Where's Paris Johnson? Paris Johnson's going here. They need a tackle. They got rid of Taylor Lewan. We have no idea what's going on with Derrick Henry. Maybe I'll do a mock draft soon with the Derrick Henry trade. I haven't really thought about the compensation that would be needed for him. Who knows? So you got Paris Johnson going here. They need it. They need help on that offensive line badly. All right. If you guys didn't know, they got rid of Taylor Lewan. I'm scrolling up here to try to find what they did in free agency. I can tell you they got rid of a couple people. So, Tennessee, they released Ben Jones, released Bud Dupree. They got Andre Dillard signing as a tackle. They got linebacker Luke Gifford. All right. They re-signed a guard. They got Arden Key, which is, I would say, one of the two big names that they did. So they got Arden Key, and they got Aziz Al-Shair, who 1 year, $6 million, pretty good signing as well. But let's be honest, you need a tackle terribly. So now we got the Texans on the board. All right, you guys went Bryce Young. I know. Let's be honest. I don't see Brandon Cooks on your team next year. So we're going to scroll up here and find Houston. What'd you guys do? You guys got Robert Woods. That doesn't replace Brandon Cooks. All right. You resigned your safety. You got Andrew Beck. You signed Case Keenum. You got Shaq Mason in a trade, guard from the Bucks. That's a solid move. Let me tell you, that's a solid move. You got Noah Brown on a 1-year deal for $2.6 million. Let me tell you, Noah Brown from the Dallas Cowboys went to school right over there, about, let's say, 7 minutes away from where I'm at right now in high school. And you got Sheldon Rankins. I kind of didn't realize that. That kind of went over my head. Sheldon Rankins, 1 year, $10.5 million. So, that being said, we're just going to give you guys Jackson Smith and the Jigba here. You could go defensive line, but I really like Jackson Smith and the Jigba here going to you guys. I don't know. It just kind of fits that team. It fits Bryce Young. Jackson Smith and the Jigba's 3-cone drill was impressive. Hell of a route runner. Only downside with him, got to be healthy. And honestly, that's really it. Other than that, killer receiver. All right, so I know I did a mock draft recently with the Jets. not giving up their first round pick. But now all the reports that I've been seeing, Green Bay wants a first round pick for Rodgers at least. So we're going to go over what you guys have done in free agency, all right? You re-sign Quincy Williams. You got Chuck Clark in a trade, safety from the Ravens, I believe for like a 7th-round pick. Pretty nice move. You got Greg Zuerlein, Greg the Leg, the kicker. Big one, Allen Lazard came for 4 years, $44 million. You got Solomon Thomas back. What else did you do? Those are really the big moves. Obviously, the biggest news in free agency was coming around Mr. Rodgers himself. Went on the Pat McAfee. That's not Rodgers. Went on the Pat McAfee show saying he wants to play in New York. He's ready. He's committed to New York. It is just down to Green Bay. And now they're kind of trying to milk some compensation out of it. That's really what's happening. Rodgers is going to play in New York. I don't see it any other way. They just have to get to an agreement. Apparently, they want multiple first-round picks. I'm going to say it's not going to happen. We're going to give up a first, 2 seconds. We'll give up a first and 2 seconds for Rodgers. Let's be honest. How many more years? This is my problem. Let me discuss this for a sec. This is my problem with this whole Aaron Rodgers trade. As a Packers fan, you want 18 first-round picks. Not going to happen. As a Jets fan, and as an NFL fan, I'm not a Jets fan, I'm a Chargers fan. So as an NFL fan, it's hard to me, okay? It's hard because it's like you sit here in the past year or two, we've been sitting here hearing about Rodgers, like, is he going to play? Realistically, what do you have? Maybe max 3 years left of Rodgers in this league? I'm viewing, honestly, 1, maybe 2 more years. So if you're Jets, why are you giving 2 first-round picks for somebody who you know you're not even going to get 3 years out of? Or probably 50% chance of 3 years. I'm going to say maybe even probably less than 50% chance of 3 years. Realistically, you're getting 1 or 2 years. You're giving 2 first-round picks up for 1 or 2 years. It's not going to happen. They have a young team. Their offense is loaded. You got Wilson. You got Breece Hall. You got, what do you call it, on the other side of the ball? Sauce Gardner. It makes no sense to give up 2 first-round picks. A first and 2 seconds, I still think is a lot. I personally think, I get it, it's Rodgers, MVP, whatever. I think you should go 2 seconds and a 4th if you're going to do this trade. But the Packers want a first-round pick, so that's what we're going to do. Sorry for the little rant there, but that's just my eyes. What do you guys think? Honestly, I want to hear in the comments. What do you guys think is a fair compensation for Rodgers? All right, I get it. He's a top-tier QB. Some of you may not even view him as that. But I don't see a first-round pick for him. I don't think at this point it's worthy. So, boom. We're going to force this trade. Green Bay is going to come here. All right. They're going to stick with Jordan Love. What did Green Bay do this offseason if my computer wants to scroll? As of right now, the Green Bay Packers got Travarius Moore, re-signed Tyler Davis, and re-signed Nixon, the corner. Once again, the big news. You guys are losing Aaron Rodgers. Allen Lazard left. Robert Tonyan left. I mean, that wasn't a big deal. So, what do we do here? There's a name right here that I think is probably the best option. So, you guys lost Lazard. My thing is that it's deep. It's kind of deep in edge. That's why I'm not really going to go here with edge. You know what? I'm going to do what I think Green Bay is going to do, and that being spiteful. You got Watson on the outside. You really don't have a tight end. But I'm going to say that Green Bay is spiteful. You guys haven't drafted a first-round wide receiver with Rodgers. He leaves. The first thing you do is draft Quentin Johnston. Should he be going this high? Probably not. But you need wide receiver help. You lost Lazard. I don't think Cobb is there. I think you got Watson. You need help at receiver. All right, so you're going to go the big boy in Quentin Johnston, 6'4", 215. He's going to be an absolute X receiver. He can improve a little physical, but once you have the ball in this kid's hand, he is nasty. He is nasty. So that's the one of two picks here. Okay, you're going 13 and 15. This is, once again, it's for the Rodgers trade. So Quentin Johnston's going in pick 13. And then you are now going to come here with New England. And yeah, I think New England is going to go Skoronski. He's just way too versatile to fall farther than this. I really like Skoronski. This kid could put his hand in the dirt and play offensive line realistically at any of these positions. He's a dog. His question is about length, if he's a tackler or not. He wants to play tackle, but I'm letting you know now, this kid will play and can play at any position on that offensive line. Bill Belichick is going to cream his jeans with this kid. Now you got the Packers up again, and I think they're just going to focus on their offense. And we are going to take Michael Mayer here. So they went wide receiver. They're going to go tight end. I don't even know who the hell they possibly have at tight end on that roster. I know Mercedes Lewis isn't there. I know Tonyan isn't there. Those are really the two names that I only know. Michael Mayer's going to come in, big body tight end. Knows that he uses his body well. Doesn't have like crazy length, but he's there. And it's honestly a move that you need to give Jordan Love some weapons. I mean, you can't have this kid come in and be a starter. You know how Green Bay feels. They had Favre. They had Rodgers on the bench for how long? Boom, Rodgers come in. He's spectacular. Now you're hoping for another love story out of Jordan Love. If you're going to want that, you got to give the kid at least some sort of weapons. So, boom, there you go. Quentin Johnston, Michael Mayer, there's his weapons. So now we're going to the Washington Commanders. What'd they do? Re-signed Deron Payne, re-signed David Mayo, Danny Johnson. They signed Nick Gates, Andrew Wiley, Cody Barton. All right, they got rid of J.D. McKissick. They got Jacoby Brissett, honestly. That's not bad. They got Jacoby Brissett. I think it's serviceable. Realistically, come in, do a year, see how you guys do. And if I'm a Commanders fan, I kind of want next year to be a wash because it would be really nice to see like May or Caleb Williams in Washington. I don't know. My thoughts, whatever. So in this instance, you're going to go Devon Witherspoon. I think you guys need a corner bad. I really do. Christian Gonzalez is off the board. I think you're going to go Devon Witherspoon. He's not my CB2. He's my CB3. I just think Witherspoon's a better pick for you guys. So 6 foot, 180. I mean, look, produced the best tape of any college defensive back last season. He's going to be a number one corner. He plays a little aggressive. That's why he gets the penalties. But this kid's going to be it for you guys. That being said, we really shouldn't go back-to-back corners here, but you guys released William Jackson. I know you signed Pat Pete. He's really not the answer. I got to be honest here. He's not the answer. You still have some tackles here on the board, which can honestly be... I like Anton Harrison. I like Broderick Jones. But it's hard. It's hard. What'd you guys do? Once again, Jackson, Peterson. You got a guard. You got a defensive interior. Re-signed Larry. You know what? We're going to give you Joey Porter. We're going to give you Joey Porter Jr. His dad was there. It just makes total sense. He's an absolute animal. He's going to play with that Pittsburgh physicality. Like father, like son. Like, come on. They love Joey Porter. 6'2", 198, 4.46, solid time, 34-inch arms. He's good. He's good, and Pittsburgh is going to be able to trust him right out of the start. Ooh, that was my ankle that just cracked like that. Pittsburgh is going to be able to trust him right out of the start. So, you had Christian Gonzalez go to the Lions in the first... You had Christian Gonzalez go to the Lions with their first pick. So, now coming around on their second pick, you guys wanted... Boom, they're gone. You're not getting Bijan. It's just not happening here. So, what are we doing? What are we doing, Detroit? Once again, what'd you guys do? I think you guys are more than good at corner with Christian Gonzalez coming in. I like Brian Brees here. I really like Brian Brees here, but seeing this still on the board is bothering me. It's hard. It's hard. I'm going to give you guys Lucas Van Ness. I'm going to give you Lucas Van Ness off this board because it's going to be really cool. Honestly, I was kind of reading. Some people kind of see him a little similar to Aiden Hutchinson. I don't like that comparison. I'm going to make that very clear. I don't like that comparison. 6'5", 268, ran a 4.58 40 at 272. That's pretty nice, all right? This is not supposed to say a versatile offensive lineman. He's a defensive lineman. But having the opportunity to put Lucas Van Ness on the opposite side of Aiden Hutchinson is something that you're going to have to take into perspective, and I honestly think is the right move. I really do. I think you have to take into perspective, and it's absolutely the right move. And let's be honest, edges are really you're starting to see these teams in the playoffs with dominant edges and edge rushes and pass rush, because this is now a major passing league. You got to make these QBs uncomfortable. It's the only way you beat them. Only way you beat these QBs. Moving on to the Bucs. Okay, they released their tackle, Donovan Smith. They got Jamel Dean back. You got your guard back. You got your edge, Anthony Nelson, back. Hey, guys, you got the Bake Show. Way to bring Baker Mayfield back. Well, you didn't bring him back. You signed him. I love this. You re-signed Levante David, but you release Cameron Brate, the tight end. So, fans, what are we doing here? Michael Mayer's off the board. Osiris Torrance is rough here. I don't necessarily know if I want to go this high for him. But I kind of like one of these guys down here. But it's really hard for me to pass up on defensive interior. It's hard to pass up on Brian Brees here. I'm going to give you guys Dalton Kincaid. I don't know why. He kind of has, when you look at his game, the way he receives the ball, the way he's got some pretty nice movement to him with receiving ability, natural receiving ability, muscle mass. He needs to put on a little bit more weight. Came in 6 pounds heavier than 240. So I just think it's a good start. I really do. I think it's a good start. I think it's something you guys need. Let's be honest, Baker's going to be there. That's a temporary fix. That's an absolute temporary fix. Yeah. Moving on, we got Seattle. All right, Seattle, what do you guys need? We went dominant edge. Love Tyree Wilson in the first. The fans want Osiris Torrance. Now, I kind of agree with this other pick here. It's also hard for me not to go Brian Brees. I'm going to sit here. Now, you guys got Julian Love. You got Devin Bush. You re-signed Drew Lock. You got some D tackles, so we're not going to do that. You re-signed Geno. It's hard not to give you guys. It's hard not to give you guys Osiris Torrance. I know you guys don't really like me doing it. You got Tyree Wilson. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to give you... Oh, man. I got to give you Osiris Torrance. I really do. You need a guard. You heavily need a guard. I mean, DeJuan Jones is still on the board. Broderick Jones is still here on the board. This is difficult for me. I don't think you need to. We're going to give you Osiris Torrance. I know you guys aren't the biggest fans of it. It is what it is. We could give Brees. Screw it. We're going to give you guys Brian Brees. We're going to just have you guys totally load up on that offensive line. Brian Brees is going here. Hell of value. I think he's going to be very good. I think this kid needs to just get a chance. I really do. I think he needs to get a chance. And honestly, now you guys got Damn. Now you guys got an absolutely disgusting defensive line. Tyree Wilson, Brian Brees. You got Uchenna Nwosu. I know it's not the biggest need. I don't want to hear it, but value is there. All right? Trust me, the value is there. So we got the Chargers. All right? What happened with the Chargers? They just re-signed Donald Parham. They got Eric Kendricks. They re-signed Trey Pipkins. Re-signed Morgan Fox. Nasir Adderley retires at 25. Kind of crazy. And the biggest one of them all, Austin Ekeler. Austin Ekeler gets permission to seek a trade. All right? So, first off, we're going to deal with that right now. So, I've been actually seeing it. I've been seeing the rumors a little bit. I know that the Bears, they got Donta Foreman. I've been seeing the rumors of the Bears. I've also been seeing these rumors, so we're going to do it. Why can't I find... We're going to trade. We're going to do something different here. We're going to trade Austin Ekeler to the Dolphins for their third-round pick. As a Chargers fan, this really upsets me. So, boom. Eckler's going to the Dolphins. It's a third-round pick, guys. I think that's a win for the Chargers. I think it's probably more going to be like a fourth-round pick. So, my big thing here, I don't think we need tackle if that's off the board. We do need receiver. We do need now a running back. You don't need linebacker because you got Eric Kendricks. So, I'm going to sit here and draft Keenan Allen's eventual replacement in Jordan Flowers. I'm sorry. Jordan Flowers. That's great. Just combine both those. Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison's going here. Why? Crazy route runner. Very good hands. Decent speed. I think he... honestly, I was impressed with him at the combine. 4.49. I know you wanted him to run a little bit quicker. But this is that dude. And when it's route running. You got Mike Williams. I like Josh Palmer still. You guys can't give up on him. You got Gerald Everett, so it's no need to take a tight end, especially when tight end's that deep. And honestly, I'm not necessarily sold at Bijan here. I'm really not sold at Bijan. I'm not sold at Bijan here yet. I think you get better value. Hey, if you want to trade up in the round 2 and get Jahmyr Gibbs, if you want Tank Bigsby, Zach Charbonnet, Go look at my other Austin Ekeler video if you guys want to see what the Chargers should do or can do at the running back position. I just don't think it's necessary for a round 1 running back. They could. Bijan is nasty, don't get me wrong. I just think Jordan Addison's probably a better fit for the future. And I get it. I see the rumors of Zeke there. I don't want that to happen, so whatever. Then we got the Ravens. Jackson McMajigba. No, I see more of this guy going there. We also don't know what's happening here with Lamar, but I'm going to give. Ooh, I know this guy. Ugh. It's hard for me not to go corner here either. All right. So what did Baltimore Ravens do? They franchise tag Lamar, re-signed Calais Campbell, got Trayvon Mullins, safety, re-signed Justice Hill. So don't be shocked. Honestly, Joey Porter's gone. Don't be shocked to see. Oh, they really like a guy like Zay. I'm going to take Zay Flowers for them. It just fits. They like that speedy little scat guy. It just makes a lot of sense. It really makes a lot of sense for that team. Crazy quick. Yeah, the Vikings need a corner. It's hard for me to really pass up on corner here. I know you guys got Byron Murphy. You also need a receiver. Problem is, unfortunately for you guys, I don't see you guys taking any of these guys. I don't see you guys taking any of these guys in the first round. I know Thielen's gone. It's hard. It's hard. You're not taking Trent Simpson at this point. I think you guys are going to go corner. And I think I'm gonna have you guys taking the you guys resigned Alexander Mattison as well. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys Deonte Banks. Just because there's a lot of upside in this kid. Like crazy quick, 4.35, 6'2", 205. It's really that corner you guys need. Even if you don't play him at corner, I know you guys got Byron Murphy. It's fine. It's just the right move. It really is. Now, this is where I see Osiris Torrance going. So, I don't know why I was scrolling up here. I meant to scroll up here. Osiris Torrance. You guys got to protect. You guys got to protect Trevor. I know you guys tagged Evan Ingram. You released Shaquille Griffin. I don't care. This is the move you need to make. This is absolutely the move you need to make. Now you got the Giants on the clock. You guys got Waller. Don't be shocked to try. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I don't think you guys go offense anymore. If you do, you guys can realistically go one of these guys and move them inside. But I'm gonna give you guys Trenton. You guys resign. You guys got that Colts guy. You guys get the Colts guy. What's his name? I'm scrolling down here. You guys got Bobby, 4 years, $40 million. You guys re-signed Slayton, signed Campbell. You released Galladay, thank God. You got Darren Waller. You re-signed Sterling Shepard. I don't necessarily know if we're going. What do you call it here? I don't think you guys are going to be going offense here. You guys need a corner. So that's what you guys are going to do. You guys are going to get Cam Smith, corner. South Carolina. I really like this kid too. In my eyes, he's a first rounder. I know they don't really view him as a first rounder here. He's a first rounder. 6 foot, 188, 4.43, 149, 10-yard split. He's good in coverage. And honestly, that's what your team needs at this point. Your team really needs a cornerback. Now you got Dallas on the board. I said you guys were going to do the DeAndre Hopkins trade. So Arizona is trading DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins already came out and said he wants to play for Dallas. It's not going to be a first-round pick. All right, you may see a second. You honestly may see a second. I think more likely third. I just think that's fair. But Jerry Jones likes to be flashy, so we're going to give the Cardinals are giving up, what do you call it? They're going to give up DeAndre Hopkins to the Cowboys for a second-round pick. The Cowboys are ecstatic over that. So now what do the Cowboys do? Cowboys kind of had a quiet, really good free agency, I think. All right? You re-signed Cooper Rush. You released Zeke, which needed to happen. You re-signed Van Der Esch. You got Stephon Gilmore. What do they do? I can tell you what I think they're going to do because knowing Jerry Jones, he's kind of crazy. Bijan Robinson's going to go to the Cowboys. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it right now. Bijan Robinson's going to the Cowboys. There it is. Like it. I really like it. So, it just makes sense. Jerry Jones is flashy, and they're used to a 2 running back set. Bijan and Pollard, kind of nasty. Now you got the Bills on the clock. What did Buffalo do? I could tell you what you did do. You re-signed Jordan Poyer. You got Connor McGovern, which is big. Big. All right. So what do all you guys want? Sorry, Sorensen is gone. Bijan is gone. I don't think this is necessarily... I like this. All right. I'm going to go Broderick Jones just because the value here is crazy. All right. The value here is crazy. You need to consistently protect Josh Allen. All right. Now we're moving on to the Cincinnati Bengals. You guys made some moves, but unfortunately one kind of backfired on you. You signed Orlando Brown, 4 years, $64 million. Now what happened? Jonah Williams, your other tackle, is seeking a trade. So this is the reason you're going to go Anton Harrison. He's going to seek a trade. Realistically, what is Jonah Williams? I believe he was your first-round pick in 2019. You need to replace him. All right, Anton Harrison, arguably one of the best pass blockers in the draft. It's the right move. Please protect Burrow. Please protect Burrow. I'm going to consistently say it. All right, now the Saints want to get a little flashy. They're up here. They're not going to go Tanner McKee. That's not happening. All right, why? Because we're going to scroll down on my list over here. The reason they don't go QB? Well, right here I went past them. You guys get Derek Carr. 4 years, $150 million. You got Juwan Johnson re-signed. You got Jameis Winston. You got Michael Thomas. You got Jamal Williams. Huge locker room guy. We don't really know what's going on with Alvin Kamara. So, Saints fans, who do you want? Zeke, Ika. I don't think you do this. Like I said this in a previous draft. I just think the better move here, Nolan Smith. You guys are going to go an edge. How long is Cam Jordan going to play? His contract is ridiculous. I know you can even go guard here, but because I think your guard should be up next year. So now I know you guys are freaking out because there's some names here that fell. I constantly have Cansey. I know he killed it in the draft. Cansey's going to go to the Eagles. You guys got Brian Branch as your first pick. Now you got Kancey with the 30th. He's going to be a nasty pass rusher, and he is going to be disgusting on that defensive line. He's going to cause issues. This is not fair to do to this kid. All right? Please don't do that to that kid. All right? That's an unrealistic comparison for anybody. All right? Unrealistic for anybody. So, now we're ending this with the Kansas City Chiefs on the clock. Super Bowl champs, Kansas City Chiefs. I know you got Jawan Taylor. They signed Drew Tranquill. I did not know that. You lost somebody, and you lost somebody big. Being Orlando Brown. I see all this. I just see one guy on this list that is just a better pick at this point. It's hard, but I'm going to kind of do something a little crazy here too. They're not going to move up because they're the next pick. All right, I can tell you right now the Steelers are going to absolutely take a tackle in the beginning of the second round. That's why they don't move. All right, but you have a team here. Where'd they go? Nah, I'm gonna leave them here. So we're gonna end this draft off with the Kansas City Chiefs. We're gonna do it because of depth and honestly value. I really like Will McDonald here. I do like Nduke Uzama. I really like BJ Ojulari. I just think what is smartest for them. I mean, let's be honest, they're definitely not going tight end. I really like Sidney Brown too. I mean, that's a hell of a reach here. I'm gonna do it just because I like. Tuli Tuipulotu, honestly, is late second, early third for me now. I know this video is really going on long. I'm gonna give you guys BJ Ojulari to end it off. I think it's a good pick, solid pick. What does that mean? Dwan Jones goes to the Steelers in the first pick at the second round. It's just how it's going to fall. What do we got going here? Austin Ekeler was traded. Aaron Rodgers was traded. DeAndre Hopkins was traded. And the Cowboys still go flashy. We saw a nice little run here in the top seven. I know Anthony Richardson here may spook some of you guys. It's smart. Put him behind Jimmy G, develop him for 2 years, and start your franchise there again. So, guys, there is my 2023 NFL mock draft post free agency. Thank you guys for watching.